This is the Weekly Wires.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Weekly Wire. Happy holidays. I hope you're having a great last week before break. Before you take off, two things that we want to remind everyone of. Don't forget to power cycle all of your equipment. Pull that power right out so that everything is full cut to power, not just turning it off, but pulling the power source away from it. Remember last week's edition, we talked about power cycling, just helps clear out cache, it reboots everything fresh. That way it's ready for you when you come back. The other reminder is we sent a Google form asking for the MAC address of your Chromecast. So look for that email from ITS, and it explains how to provide that to us. That's something we're going to pursue in the new year that we think could really enhance connection and reliability to those Chromecasts in your specific room. So thank you for that. Our highlight this week, that's a nice segue because I wanted to highlight you all, actually. When I sent that email from ITS, I had a flurry of people in the best way reach out to me to say, this feels fishy, should I click on this? I was actually really excited. I also realized I should probably do some better writing, but I was excited that so many people have such a strong spidey sense, if you will. It gives us a very strong security posture when these things come into our environment. People ask the question. Always ask, always reach out. Thank you so much for that. You can click on that. It did come from us. And again, that's going to help us with the MAC address project that we're working on. But seriously, kudos to you all. I had a smile on my face to say, I love that our users, this is their default reaction to an email like that. Beautifully done. Thank you for my holiday gift. I appreciate that. To sign us out before we go on break here, and we're all going to power cycle ourselves, so you won't see any content posted for a couple of weeks, but we'll start it up in the new year when we get back. Before you go, though, I did want to say that our Did You Know this week is how we vet all of our software in CUSD. I get a lot of questions about how do we know it adheres to certain privacy protocols. I'm excited to show you, so we'll cut to that.
Did you know?
Hey everyone, thanks for your questions about how we ensure privacy in all of the software we use. We take privacy very seriously, and we are actually held to both federal and state laws, FERPA and COPA, to protect everyone's information, but especially students as minors, their personally identifiable information, PII. I wanted to show you how we vet software. So if you ever make a software request, this is what's happening behind the scenes to let us know that we can or can't enable that in our district. Last year, it's been over a year, we applied for CITE Privacy Services, California IT and Education. They're great because here are all these districts all trying to vet software, and CITE goes, tell you what, we'll just make a giant database, and if you submit your request, we'll check it in our database and let you know, is there a privacy agreement? Is there an Exhibit E, which is like an addendum specifically for school districts to latch onto that privacy agreement? And it's helped us so much, save a ton of time, and it's drawn really clear lines for us about what is and is not approved. It's been great. Here's what it looks like on the back end. So this is my dashboard. Whenever someone makes a request in a technology ticket, I go to New Request, and I can type that in. I don't know, let's see, Minecraft. And you can see they're awaiting outreach. So I hit Request, and then I get a status back. Did they agree? Did they sign it? Did they not? And what CITE is doing is saying, is your product adhering to these big FERPA, COPA privacy policy stuff? And if not, it gets denied. So what I can do is go back into my dashboard, and I go to View All, and I can see these are all of the requests we've made to make sure that we're using things that do adhere to strict privacy policies. You can see here that on screen, this software, they've all signed an Exhibit E. Again, that's the addendum to a privacy policy, an official one. And status says completed. Sometimes it says awaiting originating, meaning like we're waiting for someone else. We're waiting for the vendor to get back to us. Sometimes it says in negotiation because they're negotiating it, but it's nice that all that work's happening on the back end. I'm just waiting for a status update. You will see that sometimes, though, a vendor will refuse to sign. So the ones you see on your screen before you, those vendors said, yeah, we can't sign that because the way our software works doesn't adhere to those things. And we say, that's too bad because there's always cool uses for some of this, but we have to make sure we're not letting PII out there into the world. So if you ever get a denied request, this is what's happening behind the scenes. If a vendor refuses to sign, we've decided that we can't pursue that because we would be out of compliance with federal regulation. So just so you know, that's how it all works. We're really excited to have this tool. By all means, if you ever have something you're exploring in your classroom, submit a ticket. I'll go check it and we'll make sure that it works for you.
This has been the Weekly Wires.